Here, we have 5 different packages: rookie, starter, veteran, Hall of Fame, and GOAT, with each one increasing in different types of betting analysis for you. Just know if you subscribe to any one of these tiers on the TWSN betting Patreon, you're getting a team that is putting hours and hours daily into the best bets, into the futures bets, into any question that you have. So there's only one thing left to do. Join the TWSN betting Patreon, as there's only one way to bet the right way.
Get up, let me begin. This is TWSN. You ain't heard about us yet, well you better know now, because it's the place that it all goes down.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the TWSN Soccer Sit-Down Show. I'm Joe Cameron, joined with Christian DeBlock and Max Marrero. We've got a lot to talk about today. But first off, Christian, how you doing?
Good, man. I'm back at home. Summer's getting ready to go, and we got an FA Cup final today, but you two don't want Liverpool to win, I'm sure. So I'll leave my allegiance.
Your club stinks.
Well, no, you're on a high right now because
we ended your title hopes, and then we beat Arsenal. I can't complain.
I don't want to speak about that game, please.
We should have beat you. You guys got lucky to get a point, by the way. You guys got lucky to get a point.
Probably.
Max, how you doing?
Doing well. I have become an honorary Spurs fan as a result of recent events. So, Joe, thank you, and thanks Spurs. So, listen, the title race is not over yet. We still got 2 games to go, and either team can win, but that definitely helped us out a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. It's what's it called? It's only a 3-point gap.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't think
No.
City's slipping up.
I'd be crazy to think I'm gonna have hope here.
You should. I mean, honestly, the defensive situation for City is shocking. I mean, they were playing Laporte and Fernandinho as a false center back against Wolves, and both of those guys went down with injuries. So, like,
well, Fernandinho left.
But then again, Kevin De Bruyne's the best player in the world right now. Feels like. I mean,
Son, please, son.
Oh, jeez, Joe.
If he steals the golden boot from Mohamed Salah, Christian DeBlock, you'll never hear the end of it from me.
Okay.
You'll never hear the end of it from me.
Did Son score 4 goals?
Don't worry, Joe. He's going to score at Southampton, so Son's going to have to do a little bit more.
He is going to score at Southampton?
He's going to score at Southampton.
I put money on it?
No, I'm not a betting man.
Okay.
I mean, people can subscribe to the TWSN Patreon, though.
They can.
I'm just not a betting man. I'm
not either, but I think I don't know. Salah celebrated Christmas, and then it's been all downhill from there. We're already off to a great start. But let's start off with I guess let's go in order from. How do we want to do this? Do we want to go from UCL semifinals and build our way up to where we're at now?
Yeah, I guess. Let's address the elephant in the room first. Let's do it.
Okay, so. Liverpool almost lost to Villarreal. They got Unai Emery put in an amazing tactical masterclass to go up to what was it? They tied the tie up at 2-2.
Yeah, they tied the tie.
And then Liverpool woke up. Whatever Klopp said in the dressing room, if he gave him more horse steroids, I don't know, but whatever happened in that dressing room, and they just straight up dominated Villarreal the rest of the game. I mean. Geronimo Rulli, awful goalkeeper.
Shocking performance.
That was the worst goalkeeping performance I've ever seen in my life, and I've watched.
It's up there for sure for me. Yeah, it's up there.
I've watched De Gea play this season, and he's had better performances than that.
Well, De Gea is much better than him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, De Gea is.
Fun fact about De Gea: he's allowed the most goals ever for a United goalkeeper in one season.
But is that on De Gea or is that on his defense?
There you go.
I think it's on.
You can't blame everything on him.
But anyway, Christian, what were your thoughts of that game and how you feeling for the final?
Yeah, I mean, that game was scary as a Liverpool fan. I mean, we're talking about, Villarreal at home in front of a huge atmosphere. I mean, once the 2 goals went in, I said this game's over. I really did not believe we were going to win it. But Klopp I believe he brought Diaz on at the beginning of the second half, and that kind of changed everything. But as you guys mentioned, Rulli gave up 2 goals that should not have been scored. I mean, the third one, Damane kind of iced it, but it was kind of already over at that point. But the one that Fabinho scored should not have.
You can't let Fabinho score. You just can't. You can't let him score.
Why? Because he's
a DM. He's not like a goal scorer.
Rodri's got Max. How many goals does Rodri have this year? Because
in the league, he has 6 goals in the league,
and Fabinho has I don't know. I don't have the number on my head, but I'm thinking of.
You can't let him score like that though. Like
yeah, that's fine. I was hoping you would clarify that it's not because he's 6.
If you're gonna let Fabinho or Rodri score, let it be a screamer. Don't let it be something like that.
Rodri's got a couple screamers in him. So
against Arsenal.
Yes, that's true. But yeah, I mean, in terms of for the final, I think for me, it's all about revenge for 2018. You know, this is going to be the biggest game for this team to really, get revenge for what happened in 18 with Salah and Sergio Ramos and all the extra stuff. So I'm excited for it, but I'm not going to sit here and act like Real Madrid are a team that we should certainly beat. I think we have every chance to win it, but so do Real Madrid. So I'm not underestimating them by any means.
I heard Karius is going to start.
Who?
I heard Karius is going to start.
It's funny because I think
Joe's coming out gunslinging.
He's actually at the club, I think, still. I don't think he's ever left. Because
he is still at the club. He's like the 4th choice goalkeeper.
Yeah,
so there's something tragic.
I'm sure Adrian and him can fight for the 3rd one, but
4th. They have the other guy, that youth guy.
No, Adrian's the 3rd choice. It's Kelleher, the Irish goalie,
who's actually very good.
Yes, yeah, he's probably going to leave at some point if Alisson's going to be there for the time being. So, but yeah,
Alisson has a nice beard. I aspire to have Alisson's beard. It's very clean.
That's not what I thought I was going to hear about this morning, but
hey man,
you wouldn't rather have James Harden's beard?
No, see, that's too long. James Harden's beard is too long,
and it reeks of fraudulence. It reeks of playoff fraudulence. But I'm not going to go into that. Although
Alisson is him. Alisson is him.
We'll let On the Ball take care of James Harden fraudulence.
But Max, what were your thoughts on the game?
Okay, so I mean, I'll be honest with you. As much as I had, at least I could admit that I had hope after 2-2 going into halftime. I knew Liverpool was going to win that game that entire time. I mean, I had no doubt in my mind that Liverpool was going to come back and at least score 1 goal, and because they just had, when I tell you, probably the worst half I've ever seen them under Klopp. Like, they just had an abysmal half, and that happens to every good team. And not every good team's going to play perfect all the time. So. I figured that, they're the type of team that Klopp's going to get them in, get their heads right, and they're going to come out and they're going to score and go on to win the tie. So I honestly, and also, frankly, I saw the reactions of everyone online, both friends and on social media, to Liverpool being down 2-0. And at this point, I was like, everyone's already calling it game over. Liverpool's going to win. So Joe is one of them. And I was rooting with Joe, but unfortunately it did not happen. But yeah, so I figured Liverpool was going to win that entire time. But back to Joe's point about the goalkeeper, Rui, shocking performance. That Fabinho goal should have never gone in, should have been saved. The Luis Diaz goal was absolutely, I don't know how he, I just don't understand how you could see those two. And then the Sadio Mane goal was just, credit to, again, this is nothing against Liverpool, but what are you doing? What are you doing trying to contest that? It's just, again, I expect Liverpool. If Liverpool went on and just were the better team and scored, to win, and it is what it is. I tip my hat off to them. It is what it is. But on the back of a performance like that from the goalkeeper for Villarreal, I don't care who you are. It's the semifinal of a Champions League. Your team has some momentum in the first half. And again, I'm not taking anything away from Liverpool, but come on, dude. That was disappointing.
Shocking. It was that goalkeeper performance literally has to go down as one of the worst of all time.
It's up there, Joe. It's up there.
The only other one I could think of that was pretty bad was Mr. Ederson in the Champions League final against Chelsea. But
it wasn't. It was bad, but dude, it wasn't like he didn't concede 3 goals.
I don't know if I'd go as far to say that.
I think
Champions League final was
way worse.
I mean, it wasn't as bad as Ruiz, but I mean,
I'm sure you can come up with performances from Kepa that have been worse.
I mean, I'm talking stage though too, where you have to think of context.
I
But
guess
today we need Kepa to step up. If Kepa's gonna
Kepa sticking it up in a Premier League game isn't the same.
Well,
as,
maybe I shouldn't criticize Kepa today because maybe he's going to come on and score a goal in the penalty shootout today.
well, yeah. Oh no. Well, if it's a penalty situation, I'm
going to hope it doesn't go to penalties.
wait, this is the second Chelsea Liverpool final.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
And nobody's won a game in a regular time this year in the league or the league.
Well, the good news is Chelsea's on horrific form. So,
I mean, you would back Liverpool.
Well, yeah. I mean, Lukaku scoring though, that's a plus.
congrats. I mean, LeBron James is scoring for them. That's cool. He's basically an NBA player, man. He's like
He shows up when he wants to.
he shows up when he wants to. He's like, I want to trade.
He's Kawhi Leonard.
He wants to be traded back to Inter Milan.
He's Kyrie Irving.
No, playoff. Can he show up today? Maybe.
I hope not.
Dude, is this a playoff P game?
It might be, man.
FA Cup, yeah.
I think this is a playoff P game, Joe.
You do?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm not saying
he scored in the FA Cup final 2 years ago.
Yeah, the FA Cup's a big cup. The Carabao Cup isn't. There's a reason.
Here we go. Joe,
listen. Carabao is not playoff material.
That's what I'm saying. It's not playoff P material.
FA Cup is absolutely playoff material, especially since Chelsea didn't make the Champions League final. Okay, this is Chelsea's Champions League final. Go on, come on, playoff P. Let's shock the world today. Let's shock the world today, playoff P.
You know how funny, Max? Do you realize how funny it would be if Liverpool went from talking about a quadruple to winning only the Carabao Cup?
Knock on wood right now, Joe. I want to see it on camera right now after that comment. I see a little wood behind you with the TV. I want you to knock on it right now. You know what? I don't want to hear this nonsense from you today, Joe. As much as I agree, listen, we pulled the same shenanigans off in the Champions League with them. Can't do that. Cannot do that. We're knocking on wood today, Joe.
Speaking of the other Champions League game, though, and I'm sorry, Max, but we have to touch on this. Pep Guardiola, Mr. Baldman, and his team just capitulated in the last 2 minutes after going up. What was it? They were up in the tie 2-0.
They were on aggregate. What was it?
No,
well, they were up
no,
3-0 on the second leg, but
I remember.
by 2 goals.
5-3, right?
Yeah, 5-3. 5-3.
Okay, so they're up by 2 goals. And then within 6 minutes of game time, it ended up being 6-3 on aggregate, or 6-5 on aggregate for Real Madrid. That was
So can I tell you my take on it, Joe, real quick? I mean, obviously, just utter down bad, utter disappointment. You know, I was speechless. When I tell you, I don't think I've been speechless like that. I mean, again. It reminds me a lot of like the City Spurs when Raheem Sterling winner went in, didn't count, whatever. That was different because that was our own misdoing that led to us losing that tie. I think you could attest to that, Joe. Mm-hmm. This one was different, though. This one legitimately left me speechless because the truth is I can't tell you City did anything wrong there. I can't. They played incredibly well throughout the entire game. But the truth is, and this happens in soccer, credit to Madrid, moments of individual brilliance overcame the better team. And at the end of the day, that happens sometimes. And so, like, I was speechless in the sense that, like I said, I wish I could point my finger at Pep or I could point my finger at the players and say, you could have been better. You could have done this better. Honestly, I know we disagree because I know you want to blame Pep. To be honest with you, I just think Madrid played better at the end of the game. I mean, or I just think moments of individual brilliance decided the tie. It really wasn't City's own misdoing this time. And that's what makes it hurt even more as a City fan is like, we literally couldn't have done anything else. And Madrid just, that's the beauty of soccer. I mean, honestly, like Rodrigo's, well, first of all, the assist from Benzema to play Rodrigo in the 90th minute. And then all of a sudden, then you go to the set piece. I forgot who's the one that delivered the ball. It might have been Bruce. Huh?
I think it was Danny Carvajal.
Oh, it was Carvajal. I mean, it was an inch-perfect ball. No one can defend that. Inch-perfect ball, that no goalkeeper saving that header from Rodrigo. And, of course, leave it to Big Benz to score a penalty at the end of the era, you know, an extra time to seal the tie. So, aside from the penalty, at that point, they lost their heads. But truth is, I can't say City. I can't even blame Pep because, Joe, if you remember, when he subbed off De Bruyne, and that was the only one I was very upset about. I was like, why'd you sub him off? I know he had a bad game, but and Christian, I'm sure you remember this too. That like as soon as he took off De Bruyne and brought on Gundogan played the ball to I forget who played the ball over to Mahrez, who scored the goal. So the substitution actually worked. And I understand what he's also trying to do because he's saying, okay, we got the goal. Let's try to maintain this advantage. Let's play some more defensive players and let's maintain possession and play a little bit more conservative. Can you blame a manager for doing that? I can't. And frankly, the substitution paid off because it led to the goal. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Individual brilliance overcame the team, and that's what happens in soccer sometimes. So credit to Madrid.
Go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of it. I mean, you really can't fault him. It's kind of just a hectic, 2 minutes in normal time or in stoppage time. And then, I don't know what you thought, Max, but I thought the penalty was a bit of a stretch to say. I don't know if it was really that much of a foul.
I thought it was a penalty. I'll be honest. I did think it was a penalty.
I don't know. I had, I guess, mixed feelings on it. But, I think the bizarre thing about this tie in general across two legs was how good City were and how bad Real Madrid were. But just because, Benzema was excellent in the first match, and then Rodrigo and Benzema and everybody pulled it together for a couple minutes, I thought City were excellent. So I would agree. I mean, as somebody who's not a City supporter, I think they can live with that. Unfortunately, it makes it a little bit more frustrating knowing they were the better team for 175 minutes, I would say. I mean, there was only a couple moments of brilliance across, or whatever it would be, 6 moments of brilliance. But other than that, I thought Real Madrid were poor, and City were the better team. I mean, that's the more frustrating thing, I think, for people that support City because, you can sit there and act like bringing on the guys they brought on, and maybe Grealish doesn't score his chances when he came on.
Grealish should have scored.
You're nitpicking at that point, which is
but I think Grealish should have 100% put away one of those.
I would agree, but I think even overall, you're nitpicking. And by the way, it was Asensio had the assist. I thought it was Carvajal, but I guess it was. But yeah, I think it's definitely frustrating for City fans. So I would understand where you're coming from, but yeah, I think overall, City were the team that deserved to go through. So it makes it a little interesting that they aren't. To me,
I'd like to think, to your point, Christian, at the end of the day, you could look as good as you want, but if you can't put away your chances, I mean,
that's true.
You're running a risk. I mean, think about the entire first leg, that first half of the first leg. I mean, how many chances did they miss? Like, there was at least 2 clear-cut chances, one from Riyad Mahrez and one from Phil Foden.
Yeah.
Think about it. If one of those go in, theoretically, again, I know I'm nitpicking, City go through. So, like, you got to take your chances, and I don't care how good you look, you got to score. And you know what? That's why, there's a boat sailing from Norway. There's a boat sailing from Norway over to the Etihad. Erling Haaland's on that boat. And that's why, you know what? At the end of the day, it was a loss, but was it really? That's all I'm going to say.
Here's what I'm going to say, right? How is Real Madrid getting away with this? How do they get away with doing the same thing in every single tie? They were much worse than PSG, I would say, for most of the time. Benzema hat-trick, right? I mean, if Messi converts a pen, doesn't matter. They go through. Chelsea was much better. I thought Chelsea was the better team in that tie, too. But Benzema in, extra time, he went crazy. I mean, honestly, what was it? The Modric pass, was that in the 90th minute? Or
that was to Rodrigo. Rodrigo's been excellent for them in the Champions League. That was
that Modric pass to Rodrigo, was that in normal time or extra time?
That was in normal time.
Yeah, so it looked like Chelsea was going to win, and then the individual brilliance again. And then this past 2 weeks ago now, same thing. It's the story of Real Madrid, this what's the word for it? This Champions League run, and that's where I blame Pep and City for. It's coming at some point, and I felt like they were mentally fragile.
Well, I guess what do you do to change that? It's just,
I don't know, but it feels like it's becoming a thing where it's in their minds now. 16, 17 was Monaco, 17, 18 was Liverpool, 18, 19 was Spurs, 19, 20 was Lyon, 20, 21 was Chelsea. And it's like every time they get close, something happens. And once that first goal went in from I think it was
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo, yeah. then I was like, okay, they might lose their heads here, and they did. And that's my only thing with City. It's going to be a habitual thing now, where they choke it at some point in the league. But you're right, though. This is more. It's more on Real Madrid's individual brilliance, but it's just insane that it keeps happening. And I wonder, do they have a little bit more magic in them? Because, I mean, if they win the Champions League, Benzema might have a top 3 Champions League performance of all time.
If they win the Champions League, think about it like this. If theoretically Benzema gets a hat trick in the final, I'm not saying he will. He would have the greatest single scoring season in the history of the Champions League. All he needs is
he wins the Ballon d'Or if they win the Champions League.
No questions asked. No questions asked.
He probably wins it anyway.
Well, maybe Mane.
Really? Well,
Think
okay,
about it.
because you're
If they win the treble, if Liverpool win the treble, right? Mane has 3 trophies there, and he has a 4th because of AFCON.
Well, yeah, that's.
And they're in the World Cup.
I don't even know when the Club World Cup. When's the Club World Cup?
We don't care about that. We don't care about that stupid competition.
Anyways, yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know if they would give it to I think Benzema. I'm in the camp of Benzema's going to win it regardless. But
Okay.
I do think that the Champions League would be like the icing on the cake. I just think it would be all for nothing if Benzema doesn't win the Champions League. To be honest with you, I think. Like the fact that these guys have had, you could argue, the toughest run to a Champions League final in history.
Yeah, unlike Liverpool's Mickey Mouse run that they had.
What do you want?
Who did Liverpool have to play to get here? They had an easy group. Then who do they have after that?
Easy group. In comparison to who? Atletico Madrid were in there.
Oh, scary.
Hey, they beat Manchester United.
That's
to
be expected, right?
Wait, so who did you have first? Who did you beat in the round of 16? Who did Liverpool beat?
What did we have in the round of 16? Oh, Inter.
No, that's nothing. Who they beat in the quarterfinals was
Benfica.
And then Villarreal.
Who United beat twice, by the way. United beat Villarreal twice this year, just for the record.
And
then, I think one of those was when Michael Carrick was the caretaker.
Hey, he was better than
he's been the best manager they've had.
But listen. I actually, as much as I like to joke about it and cater to the meme, but the truth is Liverpool have no choice. Liverpool just play the teams in front of them. It is what it is.
Joe's just trying to rile me up.
They don't have any choice, but it's just so shocking at the level of competition that it took them to get to the Champions League compared to Real Madrid. Real Madrid had to beat PSG's super team, a very defending Champions League winners Chelsea, although they haven't been as good as they were last year, but still. And then they had to beat Manchester City. That's probably one of the hardest paths to the Champions League final I think we could imagine in recent history.
No, I think it's the hardest, and also the way that these guys pulled it off every single time, where they got outclassed throughout the entire throughout the entire tie, and then moments of individual brilliance just overcame. You know what I mean? And they were the clear underdogs in every single game. So
they might be the team of destiny. I can't lie.
Huh? They might.
Joe,
stop it, Joe.
I'm okay with Joe talking like this because
they might be the team of destiny.
I know you are. No, that's why, Joe. Back. No. I want to, Joe. Do you understand we're on the same team here? We can't talk like that.
We can't have Liverpool win another trophy.
No.
Another Champions League.
No.
Can't.
Let's
move on to Premier League. Let's talk a little bit North London derby. Tottenham beat the Scum. It was a beautiful.
That's a nice way to start it.
Beautiful display. Just pure domination. Kane running riot. Rob Holding getting a red card. I mean, honestly, Gabriel got injured as well that game, so I think this game affects Arsenal a lot for Newcastle away, just Newcastle away. They might not have Gabriel. Rob Holding's out there. Ben White isn't fully fit. Who are they going to play at center back? That was the
Xhaka.
Yikes.
And then they're gonna have to play Cedric at right back with a back line of Shaka and an injured Ben White. They might get cooked by ASM.
Joe's over here licking his chops now because he thinks that this is gonna turn.
I think that all right. I genuinely think that loss might screw with their heads.
They should, but you expect them to get a result, or sorry, to win against both those teams. But again, to Joe's point, that does.
That was a demoralizing loss. Demoralizing. You walk into your biggest rival stadium and just crap your pants from the first 10 minutes.
But you know what separates the men from the boys, Joe? Is the reaction after the loss.
Yeah.
If they could go on, maybe they use that as fuel. Again, a great team would use that as fuel to go on and, beat both teams and still secure Champions League regardless. But we'll see what Arsenal's mentality is.
So Arsenal was just crying about the refs afterwards. The Arteta was like, "Oh, the refs were bad."
Can I tell you worst mistake Arsenal made this entire season? Can I tell you right now? I don't know if we actually all might agree on this. Giving Mikel Arteta a contract extension before they qualify for top 4. Shocking decision.
I don't think Joe's high on Arteta, so I'm sure he agrees.
He's been good. I like what he's building there.
Yeah,
I
but
think
would you give him a contract extension when they did?
I have no idea when it was.
It was so Christian. This was literally last
a week or two ago.
This is literally last week. They gave him a contract extension.
I don't know how I missed that.
Too busy with finals.
Shocking decision. You can't do that before the game, before the North London derby. You can't do that before securing top 4. You can't. I'm sorry. I know he's been good. I'm an Arteta guy, but shocking decision. You can't do that.
I just don't understand how you could come into a derby, a chance to not win the league, but top 4 at your biggest rivals club, at your biggest rivals place, and finish over them for the first time in 6 years and just drop an egg like that. It was bad.
Rob Holding shouldn't have been on the pitch, man. Rob Holding, shocking defender.
Well, they were complaining that he shouldn't have gotten 2 yellows. Did you watch the game? The man was just
those were 2 clear yellows. You could argue he had a straight red on Son when he hit him on the head.
Exactly, and there were 4 fouls that could have been a yellow before he got his first yellow. He was just hacking Son the entire time, and then he just puts an elbow to his face.
No, Rob Holding. Listen, I'm for disputing things if there's room to dispute it. Listen, let me tell you something. That was a clear send off. Those were clear fouls. Absolutely.
Now, what's your opinion on the penalty given?
Shocking decision. I've said shocking a million times today. Really bad decision. I personally don't think that was a pen. At the very least, leave it up to VAR. Let the referee go to the screen, in my opinion.
They should have went to VAR for it. I get why they called it. I do. It was soft, but I understand why they called it because Son did get bumped in the air. But I don't understand why they wouldn't have went to VAR for it. I mean, I'll take it.
At least, of course you'll take it. But at the very least, it looked worse in real time, so I get it. But that's the whole point of having VAR is let the referee go look at the screen, check out the replay, and make a decision. I think at the very least you do that.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how the VAR room decided to not let the referee go take a second look at it because that was a very disputable call.
I don't know if they ever went to VAR.
They do. So after every penalty call, they do. But they decided to just, where they do the check internally and then they tell the referee, okay, yeah, you're good. At least give the ref a chance himself to look at the monitor. Because I think that was one. Like I said, I'm not going to say I think it was or wasn't. Personally, I think it was a little soft, but at least give the referee a chance to make a definitive decision.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch the match, so I'm not really as.
I watched it with a bunch of Arsenal fans.
That must have been nice.
You're lucky.
Well, I was like, give me those tears. Oh, tasty. Tasty tears. I mean, I had Jake just sitting he was sitting on the couch. He was just head in his hands, basically.
I me too.
Second half, he just didn't talk. It was beautiful.
Dude, I feel like watching a game with Joe, as an opposing fan, like in a rivalry game like that, is especially if Joe's team is doing well, is imagine if I watched the Champions League, City Spurs with you. I feel like I would have wanted to leave the room 25 times.
I'm a bit respectable. I'm not.
Okay.
I really have a hard time buying that.
We've watched games together, no?
I've never watched Liverpool Spurs with you.
We were supposed to, but then COVID happened.
I feel like if you guys watched Liverpool Spurs this time around, Joe might have been.
Oh, I would
Joe
have
might
wanted
have
to
been
leave
excited,
early.
and I would have been excited with Joe. So,
I mean, I just need Liverpool to lose the league, and I think we made that happen.
come on, Spurs. You know what? It's okay that you guys did the double on City because what you guys did for City.
We took. I think we didn't lose a single game to City or Liverpool this year.
8 points
8 points off you guys,
out of what is
makes
that? A
no
possible 12?
sense.
and we got and United did the double on us. United did the double on us, and we took 8 from City and Pool.
City and Pool. Look, at the end of the day, as a City fan, am I upset you guys did the double on us? Sure. But what you guys did for us, came in clutch for us. Thank you. Thank you, Spurs.
Did you see this one meme? I'm gonna pull it up real quick. I'm gonna find this. It was actually hilarious. It was have you ever seen that the format where it's like, does he know?
Yeah.
It was Arteta playing a high line versus Spurs. What was that noise? Did you hear that?
Sounds like a smoke
It's
alarm.
Arsenal coming for top 4.
1 second.
That's Mikel Arteta. He's parked outside of the dorm.
Did you hear that? Wow.
Oh man!
Watch out,
This is
America. Joe
comedy.
Camrota. Joe Camrota's on the loose.
He just spoke to Mikel.
He just spoke to Mikel Arteta and said, "Settle down, mate. We just 3-pieced you."
That was insane. Like, I made this my new home screen too.
Oh no! I thought that
That was nice. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
That was a pretty solid atmosphere, I have to say.
that was the first North London derby in the new stadium. Oh, with fans.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, no wonder. The atmosphere is always going to be good, but still, like, it was loud in there, man.
It was loud, and I'm just surprised that Arsenal wanted to push that game back because they had to play us with Bentancur and Kulusevski and Son, which if they didn't push it back, they wouldn't have had to play that against us. We wouldn't have had any of those 3 when the first meeting was supposed to happen.
When the supposed COVID attack?
When they lost 1 person?
Yeah. The COVID outbreak.
That was just so weird to me.
I don't know how the Prem let that happen, to be honest with you.
I'll take it. But so does Arsenal now finish top 4? Christian DeBlock, I know you've had them finish in top 4. Do they get the two wins?
Let me say this before I even give a prediction. If they get a win at Newcastle, they're taking it. I don't think Everton comes to the Emirates and wins on the final day. With that being said, something's telling me Newcastle's going to draw Arsenal. So I guess for you, Joe, Spurs are going to get top 4. I just feel Newcastle are in very good form. So
they are. They lost 2 games to City and Liverpool, but like that's City and Liverpool. That's nothing to hold your head down about.
And they're at home, and they have an atmosphere now.
Yeah, exactly. Not everyone can be Tottenham and take points off those 2 teams. Like most people have lost to City and Liverpool this year.
As the resident Mikel Arteta guy, okay, and I say that, of course, I just criticized Arsenal for giving him an extension before the top 4, but that's just because I think you got to have, expectations in place. But I'm actually going to take Arsenal to finish top 4. I'm actually going to do it. And I think a lot of it is due to the fact that I think that those guys, although that they have like questionable mentalities and whatnot, I do think that at the end of the day they'll get the job done against those 2 teams. My biggest scare actually isn't even Newcastle more than it is Everton, because Everton's fighting for survival. Everton's fighting for survival. So and I'm sure we're gonna get into that later on, but
we're gonna get into
that to me, the way that Everton have been playing in recent weeks, with the fact that relegation has been looming over them, that serves as like an equalizer to me. So that's the game that I'm most concerned for Arsenal, because I think Newcastle, as much as they're improving, I mean, coming off the back of a 5-0 loss to City, I feel like that does something to a team. So I don't know. I think those are 2 winnable games. I think they could have asked for better. I think it could have been worse. But I don't know. I think Arsenal can do it.
Well, Everton might be safe That's the thing. If Everton's safe by the time that game,
I don't know if they're going to be safe by then.
They might, man. They got Brentford and Crystal Palace, and they right now are 2 points clear of 18th, which is Leeds, and they have a game in hand, and they're on decent form. They've won. They draw, and then 1-2, and then lost, and then drew. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're on decent form.
Well, I'll tell you right now, they wish they had your guys' running. That's for sure. Don't you guys play what, Burnley and Norwich?
Yeah.
I'm nervous about those. We can't because we don't beat
Listen,
low blocks.
the goat isn't
If
there.
you want to be nervous about Burnley,
so-
that's fine. But Norwich,
I don't know.
What do they have
We
to play
struggle
for?
against low blocks. That's the thing.
they're gonna just I don't even know what they're gonna do at that point.
But I have confidence that Tottenham's going to ride the momentum and win out.
Hope so. Kulusevski's apparently out though. He's sick. But
Listen, the GOAT is no longer there for Burnley. I expect Tottenham to do their job.
we better. But they're also fighting for relegation too, so that's gonna be tough. I mean, the relegation battle. I kind of want to.
You're at home though.
That's true.
I don't see Burnley getting anything from a game like that.
Yeah, I agree 100% with
Maybe at Turf Moor, but no, not a chance.
Turf Moor
You
only
win that
because the turf is a disaster, and
They beat us at Turf Moor this year, man. If we beat,
It doesn't happen at your stadium. No chance.
Oh my gosh. Like here's my kind of hot take though. Like I'm not gonna be that mad if we get Europa League. Like if we finish fifth. Like
I think you guys need it more. I think you guys need Champions League more than Arsenal do.
Yes, but also no, because it's Conte, so like he's not getting out of the group stage. So it's like whatever. But I mean, it's more like I wanted to make sure we didn't lose to Arsenal and they didn't secure Champions League on our turf. So like you know what? Let's just take six points out of the last two games, and whatever happens. Like we did what we needed to do. I mean, it sucks that we didn't get Champions League, but at least in Europa League we can play youngsters and stuff like that. Obviously, I'd rather have Champions League, but I'm not going to cry over it. Like whatever happens. But the benefit for Champions League for me is I get to laugh at Arsenal. So, I mean, that's more what I would like to do. But yeah, Conte's not coming out of the group stage. We know this. He's not making.
I think it varies. I think it depends on who's in the group because he had arguably group of death both times he was in the Champions League with Inter. Because he had to play Madrid in both of them, and then he had to play forget who else in one of the. He's had a group of death. You could argue he's had group of death every single time.
All I know is I'm kind of like if he stays, I feel like you got to put Spurs as a threat for the league.
With the right recruitment, yeah.
I think you guys need quite a bit of recruitment first.
That's.
I think you guys. I think Emerson Royale is not good enough.
We have the best right wing back in the league in Emerson Royale. We just need another. I'm on the Emerson Royale train now. You guys didn't know, but
He likes the Emerson Royale comps on Twitter now, so he's all on them.
The
Are
comps
you
are
serious?
incredible. The comps are incredible.
What are the
This
comps,
comes up
Joe?
on my feed now because Joe's liking it, so I'm seeing it.
They're incredible. They're so bad, but I like him now.
It's
so.
something that you would come up through iMovie.
He's just making comps of him losing the ball. It's actually incredible.
Ugh.
Like he loses the ball or gets beat, and there's a comp of it. It's like, oh god.
Dude, let me tell you, Emerson Royale you need new fullbacks in general. Reguilon.
I like Sessegnon. He locked up Salah and he locked up Saka.
Sessegnon has played well, but
I don't know.
I think you guys need another center back. I think you guys need another midfielder. I think if you got back on a free, that would not.
That's what I like. I like Eriksson, a right wing back, a center back, and
I mean, because your wingers are pretty okay.
Midfielder, I guess, but like I'm cool. Like I want one more but I guess Eriksson would be that midfielder.
I think Eriksson would. I mean, Eriksson's the perfect fit, obviously, and I think
he's going to leave Brentford. I think we all know that.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think he should go to Spurs again. I don't want him at United. People are like, "Oh, he should go to United." Why?
Well, they're getting Frankie De Jong, which is
allegedly. We'll see.
I hope
are they pulling that off?
I hope for Barcelona's sake that he doesn't leave.
The only problem is Barcelona financially may not be able to keep him.
Yeah, that's true.
So the truth is, like, apparently he wants to play for a Champions League club, but like, where, like, Barca, I think he should stay at Barca. I agree. I think he should, but if Barca can't keep him, they can't keep him.
He wants to play at a Champions League club and he wants to go to United. Brother, they're going to be in the Conference League.
They're going to literally exactly. They're not.
Because West Ham have a game in hand, so they actually want to end up there.
Enjoy the
Well,
Conference
yeah,
League.
then again, they have to play City, so I don't know what's going to happen there.
City's going to win 3-0. I can tell you that right now.
Probably.
Against who are you talking about?
West Ham,
City
because
versus
West Ham has got to chase down United to knock them out of Europa League into Conference League.
Yeah, well, really depends on who's playing out the back for City. Because if it's a youngster, I'm not going to feel good about it.
I don't know.
We're down to bare bones, gentlemen. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. If City were in the Champions League final, theoretically, and again, I'm not making excuses. Obviously, I wish we were in the Champions League final. But if we had to go in with the defense that we may be having to go into, theoretically, we would have been battered by Liverpool. That's just the truth.
Is there any chance any of those center backs would have been back by then? Or no?
I would like to think so, but I don't. I mean, these guys it's serious injuries across the board. It's not like one of these, he took a knock and he'll be back. Like, if they come back, they would be playing hurt. Like, look at Kyle Walker, for example, although he's not a center back. Kyle Walker played, the first half against Madrid or a little bit more and had to get subbed off because he was literally hurt.
Steven Gerrard has Mason Mount in his top 6 midfielders in the world right now.
Okay.
I thought Joe was coming up with some.
This is insane. Listen how this guy should not be near a pitch managing if he thinks Mason Mount. If he thinks this is his top 6 midfielders.
What's his list? What's his list?
Jude Bellingham, Mason Mount, Rodri, De Bruyne, Kovacic, and Fabinho.
Please don't tell me that's in any particular order.
Any particular order.
Okay, so I was going to say, if De Bruyne is not number 1 in that list, I don't know what to tell you.
You're saying it's not in order.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay, so then
But clearly he has a preference for holding mids. I mean,
Mount, not even close. Not even close. How is Modric not on there?
I don't know.
Are you sure? Is there anybody that's not in the Prem?
Jude Bellingham.
Okay, because I was
Which
going
is
to say
also a
maybe
stretch. Which is also a stretch and a half to put him in your top 6 right now.
He has
Jude Bellingham not a great list
midfielder in the world.
I mean, he got how many of those are probably right? De Bruyne.
De Bruyne,
argue one of the DMs maybe.
Maybe Fabinho or Rodri. I mean that.
I wouldn't put a DM. Well, if it was
know.
on the bottom of a top 6 list, all I know is Mason Mount has no business being on there. Jude Bellingham.
Neither does Kovacic.
Kovacic is absolutely ridiculous.
Kovacic is very underrated though, but not a top 6.
Listen. I think Kovacic
top
is
6 in the world.
but not top 6 in the world.
All right, I'm gonna make a hot take. Eriksson right now is better than Mount and Kovacic.
Oh, jeez,
Joe.
Right now, on form.
Right now on
form. Right now on form.
Mount scored in his last match.
Right now on form.
No, Joe.
No.
Yeah, Eriksson is better than them right now on form.
Joe,
right
that's bad. That's really bad.
Come on, man.
He is. No, I'm not debating.
No, you're
I'm
drinking
pulling up the stats right now.
Joe, come on, Joe.
I'm pulling up the stats right now.
Oh,
Joe, dude, come on.
That's a stinker, Joe.
I'm pulling up the stats right now.
Dude, that is a fat stinker, bro.
Joe, he won man of the match against Leeds. Mason Mount.
Oh, you won man of the match against Leeds. Relegation bound Leeds. Oh, scary. I'm so impressed.
Oh my.
He has 11 goals.
Eriksson had an assist against Southampton at home.
Okay, he's 11 and 10. Okay, Mason. Okay, Mason.
Max, I can't believe he's doing this right now.
Joe, come on. Please, no.
I'm seriously taking Eriksson over.
Joe, you are drinking the Kool-Aid. What are you saying?
I'm telling you.
No way, man. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hype up Mason Mount.
He has 9 appearances this year, and he has 4 GA, 1 goal, 3 assists. He's cooking. He's cooking this year. I'm telling you. I'm taking Eriksson over them right now.
Unbelievable.
I'm telling you.
I have no words.
Let's think. Who else? Who else could we put in here?
Let's put Bruno Fernandes in there too, right, Joe?
Oh my gosh, he stinks.
I think Kimmich should be in there.
I think, dude,
Good shout.
Bernardo Silva. Are you kidding me?
Good shout too.
Yeah, that's good too.
I
Steven
don't know.
Gerrard
Bernardo
should not be
Silva's
near
not
Ibrahimovic.
in there.
Steven Gerrard might be an idiot. I can't lie.
I'm just not going to respond to that.
Maybe there's a reason.
I love that you said that just so
Wait,
direct.
Pedri? No Pedri? Oh, he's had.
I don't know if Pedri's top 6 right
No,
now,
He's had a
Joe.
stinker.
No, Pedri's been
I'm
hurt.
taking Pedri over Mount and Kovacic though.
I don't disagree with that. I don't
That's
That's
disagree.
what I'm
with
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like he's had a stinker. He's had a stinker.
As of you,
I don't know how Steven Gerrard can survive with that list. I'm not gonna lie. If I were a team and I saw that list and he was my manager, I'd be very concerned.
Hey, good for Villa though. They have Coutinho on a permanent now.
Congrats.
And they got him for 20 mil, so pretty good.
Yeah,
bargain.
so Barcelona lost what? Net
They
spend.
lost like 120 mil.
That's ridiculous. But
Coutinho and Eriksen running.
Good business,
running
Barca.
You know what the funniest thing to happen in the past 5 years of football has to be Coutinho dunking on Barcelona while he was still on their wage bill, but just on loan.
It's up there.
At,
I agree.
At Bayern.
That was that. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I'm not a Barca hater or anything, that was satisfying to watch.
That was just so funny.
what was it? 7-2,
8-2.
8-2.
And he literally got
Coutinho
subbed on
scored
for
a goal
like
or two.
15 minutes and scored
He
two
had,
goals. And
he had
an
2
assist.
goals and an assist, I think,
Yeah.
or a goal and 2 assists, something
He
like
got
that.
2 goals and an assist.
He
Unbelievable.
just dunked all over Barca that day.
Dude,
It was
and
so
he was
funny.
on loan at the time as a Barcelona player. Like, you literally, the story writes itself. It's just incredible.
I remember watching that game. It was just so funny. It's like, wow, this guy's really stinking.
Pulisic is starting.
Come on, playoff P. Come on, baby.
This is happening. This is
And
happening.
Joe's favorite overrated midfielder, Mason Mount.
Mace has been in great form, though. I'm not going to deny it.
I'm not saying he's
apparently
bad.
not.
I'm just saying he's not near the top 6 in the world right now.
You said he's not better. You said Eriksen's on better form.
Eriksen is a better midfielder than Mason Mount. Yes.
What overall right now?
Going into next season, I would.
I mean,
rather
overall,
have
yes.
Christian Eriksen
Overall,
than Mason
yes.
Mount.
But, you know.
I would rather have Christian Eriksen than Mason Mount on my team right now.
Overall, Christian, because he's done more than Mason Mount. Actually, no, Mason Mount won.
Well, I'm saying right now though.
Yeah, right now I'd rather have Christian Eriksen. He's doing more with less.
I just disagree.
Right
I
off of
disagree
not
with
playing
that,
for a year, for half a
I'm
year.
sorry.
If you're going out across their whole careers, absolutely. But no,
We're
right
going to
now,
take
no.
a 30-year-old over a 24-year-old that just came off a Champions League win and
Who's in a much better side?
who's in a
Exactly.
better
That's
team.
my point. Eriksen's not as good of a side, and he's still putting up numbers.
No one's disrespecting. Listen,
I'm
no
not
one's questioning that
disrespecting him, I'm
Eriksen's a
just
great
saying.
player. It's just I just don't think you can say he's definitively a top 6 midfielder in the world.
We're just
I
going
don't know if I'm saying he's a top 6 midfielder in the world either. I'm saying I'd rather have him over Kovacic.
No, I see what you're saying, but
No.
I'm just going to
No.
agree to disagree there.
Yeah. All right. Before we wrap up, let's talk relegation battle. Who goes down? Leeds, Burnley, or Everton?
Goodbye,
Leeds.
Leeds.
Yeah. See you later, Leeds. They stink.
It's the
I hope
worst.
Jesse
part
Marsh gets sacked and he becomes the U.S. men's national team coach before the World Cup. Okay, sorry.
Well, I don't know. He's not doing anything with that Leeds team.
Did that Leeds
Listen,
team dreadful.
him or Berhalter, guys. You tell me which one you prefer. Come on.
Marsh?
Me.
10 times out of 10. He's the best coach that our country's
Let
produced.
me coach. Let me coach them.
Let me ask this, Joe. If you're the manager of the U.S. men's national team, what's your formation?
I'm a 4-3-3 merchant. I'm a 4-3-3 merchant.
Are you a 2 holding mid guy? Or you're a 2 holding mid guy, right?
I'm a 2. You know.
No, don't do that, Joe. Come on, have
I'm
some
a 2
guts.
holding mid guy.
1 holding mid, 2 center mids, 1 playing a little higher up. That's what you got to do. And also,
Weston McKinney.
all I'm going to say is
Hey,
Christian
Joe's having
Pulisic,
trouble. Who else you
Christian
got?
Pulisic is the first name on the team sheet every single game, and he plays.
And
as a number
Gio Reyna's
9.
I'm putting Gio Reyna back out there.
Gio Reyna, hey, put a little Gio Reyna on the left side, Joe.
No, AM. I'm putting him at the 10.
You put him as AM. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe. A little Yunus Musa time too. A little Yunus Musa time.
Or we'll get a little. I mean, maybe when we play a little England, I'll get a little cheeky and get a little cheeky. Go 3 in the back. Give you a little
You
3
know
in the
who's
back.
not getting the start from me, Joe?
What?
Zach Steffen's not getting on the team sheet for me, Joe.
Oh,
Really? I
He's
understand.
not getting on the team sheet. Get out of here, Joe. Hey, Zach
We're gonna put
Steffen,
Christian
go
Block
to
in
England.
goal. We're gonna call.
I
I'm
listen,
calling
Zach
Christian
Steffen's
Block
off
up
the
and
team
then
now.
putting him in net.
please
Put
no.
in. You know what? Bring back Tim
Noah
Howard. Let's do
Trost, it's your time to shine.
Max has no idea who that is.
it. Wait,
No, that was
who are you
you.
talking about?
That would be our high school goalie.
He's getting called
Yeah,
up.
put him between the
I don't know what
sticks.
he's doing right now. I see him on Snapchat. Sometimes he takes pictures of the gym. Yeah, report to camp, buddy. Report
Wait, is
to
he
camp.
filthy?
It's
Is he good?
He was good in high school.
Better than Zach
Yeah.
Steffen?
Brother, we have camp in 2 days in Atlanta. Get the hell out of the gym and get on a flight. Let's go.
Hey Joe, who are you bringing on as your assistant coach? Is it gonna be Sean Dyche?
You're onto something there.
Hey, no, maybe
We're
he's
bringing a whole
the
soccer sit-down show on staff. Bringing the entire soccer sit-down show on staff.
Sean Dyche is the set piece specialist,
That's right.
and all he does is he just brings in like 6'8" mutants, and all they do is just header merchants.
Then we're gonna bring in John to help with the Bundesliga recruitment. Tell John, let us know who we need from the Bundesliga. And then every time he recommends me someone, I'm gonna be like, can he actually play in a real league or is he just playing in the Bundesliga?
And then our technical director should be Daniel Levy, so that if anybody tries to poach our players and try to have them change their
It's not
nationality,
happening.
not happening.
No.
Daniel Levy, no, you're not. No way, you're not happening.
Oh, and then we could bring in that fight and win guy for motivation. Fight and win. We need
Dude.
this.
We also need Big Sam. We need Big Sam on the staff too, so that if we're ever in a dire situation where like we're borderline like on the fence
What
of
about Neil
qualifying
Warnock?
for a major competition, we still
That's what I was thinking, Joe.
Neil
That what?
Warnock.
Warnock.
You gotta die for the 3 points, lads.
dude Warnock would be that would be a disaster.
Depends on what role you have him in.
Dude, imagine Zach Steffen conceding the goal he did to Liverpool in the FA Cup with Neil Warnock as his manager, bro. He would honestly,
oh my gosh.
he would probably decapitate him. I'm not even kidding. Like it would actually be a problem.
I don't know how that happened. He's missed.
It's just shocking. He thought he was Ederson. Only Ederson can do that, buddy. No.
Yeah, he's not touching. He's not getting near the team. Trost, come on. All right. Well, I think that's a great way to wrap up this week.
Joe's U.S. men's national team guaranteed World Cup winners.
Oh, I'm gonna run around. I'll do the Mendy slide with the
No, we don't talk about him, Joe. We don't talk about that guy.
You know what I'm talking about though. When he didn't do anything in the World Cup team, and he slid around with the trophy. That's what we're gonna be doing.
The he who shall not be named slide.
Yes. Wait, but like jokes aside, we need a link up for a 2026 World Cup.
Let's do it.
Gotta make that happen.
Let's do it for the 2022 World Cup. You kidding me? I'm gonna be in DC. You guys are gonna be in the Jersey area. It's not too far.
No. I mean, like we're gonna go to a game.
Oh yeah. Oh listen.
We're gonna
Like,
host
I
a
don't think
live
we can make-
soccer sit-down show at a game.
Oh,
Let's do it.
I mean, because I was gonna say,
Yeah,
like,
if we
there's no
did a
way we're
soccer
getting to
sit-down
Qatar.
show at a game, that would be a disaster.
Imagine us linking up in Qatar.
Ratings galore, Joe. Ratings
Oh
galore.
my gosh. But you know what? Let's stop it
Joe,
there.
why did we end it on that show?
We're gonna have to stop it there.
Why do we have to do this every time?
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Welcome everyone to the TWSN betting Patreon. If you like making a little money and want an entire team do the research for you daily, come join us here. We have 5 different packages: rookie, starter, veteran, Hall of Fame, and GOAT, with each one increasing in different types of betting analysis for you. Just know if you subscribe to any one of these tiers on the TWSN betting Patreon, you're getting a team that is putting hours and hours daily into the best bets, into the futures bets, into any question that you have. So there's only one thing left to do. Join the TWSN betting Patreon, as there's only one way to bet the right way.